My name is Blake Moore, Natural Resources Extension Agent.
Hey, I'm Dan Severson, Ag Agent.
Hi, I'm Jake Jones, Kent County Ag Agent for the University of Delaware Cooperative Extension. Welcome to Extension 302.
Welcome to Extension 302. Today, me, Blake, and Jake are going camping. Joining us today is Kaitlin, Klair, and Jen Trunfio, are both working in 4-H in the Newcastle County office. But first, a little icebreaker for you guys. I've been working with Kaitlin for a few years, and the holiday season, she comes around and gives me a little Christmas treat of home baked goods and jellies and jams. Very, very, very delicious. And I know in my family, recipes are very cherished. You guys, what's your favorite or most cherished family recipe that you have in your recipe box?
So I will say sour cream coffee cake. It is baked in a bread pan. It's the cake that all of my brothers, I have 3 older brothers, all of my brothers request for their birthday cake.
I would say I probably have 2. So we do homemade applesauce every year. It. I grew up doing that with my grandmother, and my aunt, my mom, and my sister still carry that out every year. And then my second would have to be great-grandmother's molasses cookies. They are really good. We don't make them as often as we should, but they are just like one of those things where you have to get like the lard out, and it's just like old home cooking food.
Yes.
So you're going to make some for us, and so we can sample it, and then we can, give you a review on the podcast the next time we do it. Is that kind of what's happening here?
And I have applesauce. I can give you applesauce. The molasses cookies, I will have to whip those up for you.
I don't know about you, Dan, but my mouth is watering right now. So yeah.
Yeah, the applesauce is to die for. I got some for Christmas. I think we met in the parking lot, and I don't even think I made one jar, didn't even make it home. Okay, we're here to talk about camping. And we had Doug Krause on here talking about 4-H a while back, but give us a little recap about 4-H before we get into 4-H camp.
4-H is open to youth, boys and girls, anywhere between the ages of 5 and 19 years old. They take a project or multiple projects where they focus in anything from computer science, cooking, sewing, livestock projects, robotics, gardening. We have a wide variety of different projects. They can be active on a club level, a county level, a state level, and a national level. We give them options to go to national summits throughout the state. They go to National Congress where they get to meet different kids across the country, have those leadership interactions, and build the public speaking skills that they need that they will take on into the workforce. Jenny, do you have anything to add?
We also provide opportunities within the county to visit other states. We do an interstate exchange where our 4-H teens have the opportunity to visit another state for a week. They stay with 4-Hers in another state, get to learn about 4-H there and about the state. And then the following year, those 4-Hers stay with our 4-Hers here in our state. So that's another opportunity for our older 4-Hers.
Now that we know a little bit about 4-H, can you guys explain the upcoming 4-H camps in Delaware?
So we have multiple opportunities for youth to participate in 4-H camp. We have day camps and we have a overnight camp opportunity as well. I will talk about day camps a little bit, and then Kaitlin can talk about state camp. So our day camps are usually run a week long. We provide opportunities. First of all, our day camps are run by our 4-H teens. They are our counselors. They go through counselor training. So in Newcastle County, we have the Camp Counselor Club. It's called C3 for short. They start meeting in January and meet every month. And then they have a typically a weekend activity in May where they get together and learn additional things. So during this camp counselor training, they are learning how to interact with youth, some behavior management styles and skills, and they also plan the day camp lessons and activities. So day camp itself runs a week long. During day camp, we provide 2 or 3 classes each day. And usually the campers are in the same class every day. So they're developing additional skills over a longer period of time. We also then have programs where outside, whether they're people in other agricultural fields come in or health and nutrition areas, they'll come in and give presentations to our campers. And then we usually take a field trip, visit the pool, go swimming, have fun. All of our campers are put into people groups where they develop relationships with their people group leaders and each other. And the end of the week culminates with a council circle campfire. It's during the day, so you have to use your imagination, where they present songs and skits and yells and work together to put on a show for their parents to see everything that they've learned for the week.
So we also do a CIT program where it's called Counselors in Training. So they come for a week and they learn a lot about leadership skills, how to plan a class, how to build those skills to teach in front of other kids, to build a lesson plan, how to the basic behavior management skills. So we work with them on that and how to react and not to react to different things, which is a good learning skill that they can take on for when they go to college, workforce, all of that those type of things. And then on the state level, we have 2 different state overnight camps. We have one that's called Environmental Camp. It is a 3-day camp. It's short. It's for kids ages 8 to 12 years old. It's a taste of going away from home. It's that age where kids are like, oh, I want to have sleepovers, but at the same time, they're not fully committed. They can get to try the sleepover away from mom and dad, meet new kids. It's environmental based, hence environmental camp. So we have people come from the Denon School on UD campus. They're grad students. They come down and teach all of the classes. So they learn about water quality, different types of soils, all of those type of environmental science things. And then we also have a week-long, it's called State 4-H Camp or Delaware 4-H State Camp. And that is held at Camp Barnes every year. Last year was the first year we were virtual due to COVID. And campers between the ages of 10 and 19 can come. Then we have a group of counselors. It's typically about 100 campers to 15 to 20 counselors. And they stay in a cabin for a week long. We use 8 to 10 cabins, 2 counselors in every cabin. They have a neutral bathhouse. They do classes throughout the day, have meals together, have rec time where they can play volleyball, go to the pool, go kayaking. And then every evening we have a council circle where they go down to the council circle and they sing songs and do skits. And it's a fun week-long camp. A lot of kids look forward to that every year. And it is once in a lifetime experience for sure. And as Doug Krause would say, once you drink the Kool-Aid, you're addicted.
Well, thank you. I think Blake, Dan, and I are a little jealous that we're too old to attend these camps, but it sounds like very busy weeks and you guys have a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Jake said. And I was going to ask you guys if you have any plans in the future of making state camp for 39-year-olds. Just checking on that and see if that's in your wheelhouse somewhere. But yeah, hey, I'd be all for it. I'd be your first. A lot of
people interested. I can only imagine.
I imagine myself. So this definitely sounds like a really impactful program for youth, and like you said, once in a lifetime, life-changing experiences. So it's awesome that you guys are able to do that. So can you explain, when is 4-H camp? Typically during a normal year without COVID restrictions, like when can people expect to hear about camps and when to sign up? And then, what are you planning for this coming year?
For our statewide overnight camps, they are typically in June. For this year, the first week of camp is June 14th through the 19th, and the second week is June 21st through the 26th. Our environmental camp is usually the weekend before our first week of camp. So this year it'll be June 11th through the 13th. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of event. Registration in a non-COVID year typically opens to 4-H members first as of March 1st. And then after March 15th, then we open it up to others outside of 4-H. It does fill up quickly. So anymore, it typically doesn't get open to people who are non-4-Hers, but environmental camp is one that non-4-Hers can apply to as soon as it opens on March 1st. And then Jenny, if you want to talk about day camps.
So in Newcastle County, our day camp will be June 21st through the 25th. And then we have an animal science day camp, which is August 2nd through the 6th. Kent County, their day camp is July 5th through the 9th. And Sussex County has 2 different camps. Their first one is June 28th through July 2nd, and that is called an Experience Extension Camp. And then they have one August 9th through the 13th. And for day camp, at least in Newcastle County, we hope to open registration April 1st. However, due to the current health restrictions, we are in a holding pattern right now. Once we get permission to do in-person programming and have a better idea of where we are, we will advertise on our county webpage on the extension calendar once that opens.
Kaitlin, is this kind of the same way that state camp is right now?
Yeah, so environmental and state are both, we're planning to open registration April 1st. And I think we're going to open registration regardless if we do have approval or not. And then we do have a letter out to all of the 4-H families across the state saying that we are pending in-person camp if it gets approved by the university.
So guys, with all this, change in health restrictions, where can people go to sign up for 4-H camp and find updated information of as far as, in-person, virtual, and changing dates and events? Where can they go to sign up and get more information on that?
So our website is udel.edu/4-H, and that is the state website. From there, you can go to your county webpage. So there's Kent County, Newcastle County, Sussex County. Once you click on that, there are tabs for camps, and all of our updated information will be there. Once we open registration, the registration will be on the county page as well as on the University of Delaware Advent's calendar.
And the state page, the state 4-H page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll also have it in all of our news blogs, our newsletters that are you can find those located through the county 4-H page.
Yeah, and I imagine you guys will do a social media blast as well to get the word out.
We will.
You guys cover all bases. I know that.
You've covered this a little bit, but can you walk us through again who can attend 4-H camp? Because from what I'm hearing, it's just about everyone.
Except for Blake.
Yeah, except for the 3 of us.
So for environmental camp, you can attend if you're between the ages of 8 and 12. For state camp, it's between the ages of 10 and 19. You can be a counselor if you're over the age of 19 or graduated high school. Then you can be a counselor up until you're 23 years old. And then for day camp, we have 3 different types of day camps. Our Cloverbud day camp is for kids between the ages of 5 and 7. Our traditional day camp is between the ages of 8 and 12. And then our CIT day camp is between the ages of 13 to 15.
I was going to say, and our older 4-Hers, our 13-year-olds and up, have the opportunity to become counselors at our day camps. So you can be any 4-Her, and even a little bit older than 4-Hers can be involved in our camps.
And also you covered this a little bit as well. And I know state camp is hosted at Camp Barnes, but where are some other locations that some of the day camps and environmental camps are run?
I can say in the past, the Newcastle County day camp has been held at Townsend Hall on campus. We may be looking for a new location for that. So if anyone has any thoughts on that, they can reach out to me. Kent County Day Camp is held at the Harrington Moose Lodge in Harrington, Delaware. The Sussex County Camp, I believe the extension camp was held at the office.
Yes, so the Extension County camp is held at the office, and then their traditional just 4-H camp is held at a church in Georgetown. I can't remember the exact name of the church, but it is in downtown Georgetown. And then for state camp and environmental camp this year and in a few past years, they have both been held by Camp Barnes, and we have a great partnership with them where we are able to use their facilities for the first 3 weeks of the summer, 2.5 weeks of the summer. So they let us use the facilities and have a great relationship with them, and would not be able to hold camp there if we did not.
So the Sussex County office is the Carville Research and Education Center. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
All right, Blake, Jake, anything else? Or Kaitlin and Jen, any take-home messages?
If you're interested in joining 4-H or signing up for any of our camps, please visit our website. Like Jenny said, it's www.udel.edu/4-H. And we will be happy to set you up with a camp or a club or any questions you might have.
Yeah, and check it out early and often. As you know, we're in these changing health restrictions, so things can change fast.
I do have a question, and this is for both Kaitlin and Jenny. Jenny, I know you said you attended 4-H camp in Pennsylvania, but still, we'd like to hear an impactful experience you had as a camper when you were attending 4-H camp.
So actually, my experience in 4-H and through camp actually led me to my job where I am today. It's where I got my passion for 4-H and the changes I saw my extension agent that she made through attending camp, and she used to be in charge of camp. And so the things that she did and the impact she had on my life and other people's life really encouraged me to become a 4-H agent. And that has been my goal since high school. So I'm really happy to be able to hopefully give that back to kids the same way that it was given to me when I was younger.
That's very nice and touching, because I think 4-H people are a very special type of people.
We're unique. We're very passionate about what we like.
I grew up in 4-H in Pennsylvania. So my mother was an organizational leader, and I have 3 older brothers, and they were in 4-H. So when I started 4-H, there were no such things as clover buds, but my youngest brother is 4 years older than I am. So when he was in 4-H at 8 years old and I was 4, I was going to 4-H meetings. So I learned everything from, I did show beef cattle when I was very young. So I learned everything from how to clip my beef shorthorn. His name was Silver, how to clip him to prepare to show, to how to plant my garden, to learn how to sew. And at camp, I would say my most impactful experiences at camp were once I was able to become a counselor. My camp was a little bit different. Our counselors were our teens. So kind of like our day camps, we were teen counselors. My most impactful experiences at camp were meeting those younger 4-Hers, getting them to feel comfortable in their camp environment, those young 8-year-olds who are away from home for the first time, helping them to assimilate to the routines and learning how to do things and getting them involved in all of the activities. I would say that those were my most impactful experiences with 4-H camp.
That's awesome. And I really feel like you guys keep mentioning the experience about getting away from home and spending time away from home. My first time considerably away from home was basic training. And let me tell you, I would have liked to have a little bit of experience other than that to lead up to that, because it was a little bit of a process getting used to that type of thing. So it's great that you guys are able to provide that experience for youth.
And thank you for your support, sir.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to Jenny and Kaitlin. I think you guys are doing very important work, especially with COVID and the remote, how hard it is to maintain relationships for these kids. But I did want to ask, can someone explain what the 4-H's are in 4-H for me?
Yes. So 4-H stands for head, heart, hands, and health. And so we try to encompass all 4 of those into everything we do.
So it's head for clearer thinking, heart for greater loyalty, hands to larger service, and health to better living. So those
Thank
are the
you.
important parts of 4-H.
For my heart, for my community.
My community,
My community, my country, and my world.
We hope you've enjoyed today's episode and will join us next time. In the meantime, visit us online at udel.edu/extension, join our mailing list, and join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at UD Extension. This program is brought to you by the University of Delaware Cooperative Extension, a service of the UD College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, a land-grant institution. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.